Hey guys. Okay, so since I did all this Golden Girls stuff, I decided I'd better probably do a video on Golden Palace. I've been talking about this since, pretty much the start. So let's get into it. Golden Palace was the sequel to Golden Girls. A lot of people call it the unofficial 8th season, which, yeah, I can see that. It was only ever one season, 24 episodes, and it's not really considered very good overall. People think that they just shouldn't have done it at all, and while I agree that it wasn't great, I am glad it was done. I'd rather have it than not have it, and it does have some very interesting moments. So I'll get into that in a second, but first I do want to talk about some of the main problems with the series. The first one is just sort of I feel like they didn't really know what they were going for a lot of the time. Like the first 6 episodes felt pretty. I felt like they sort of knew what they were doing. There was a lot of stumbles, and they weren't even all that good, but it felt like they had an idea of where they were going with it. But then there was the 2-part episode where Dorothy came to visit, and that episode was fine. It had its moments, it had its weirdness, but after that was really where it started to lose direction. It just felt like it really didn't know what it was doing or what it was trying to do for the most part. There was that trippy episode with Stan. Did we need that? Really? But it was what it was. But, it just didn't feel like it really knew quite what its goal was anymore. And maybe if there was a season 2, that would have been different. But it wasn't, so we'll never know. Also, there was the Sophia problem. I told you, after those 6 episodes, everything changed because the first 6 episodes, Sophia was integrated. She felt like she was in there contributing to what was going on around the hotel. And then and then there was those 2 episodes where Dorothy visited, and after that, she just really started to fade into the background. She felt more and more removed from main storylines, just more and more turned into a walking old lady joke, if I'm honest. And again, I mentioned this in her video, but I'll say it quickly again here. It almost seemed like they were setting up for some sort of storyline where she was developing some sort of Alzheimer's or dementia or something, but then it ended and she was on empty nest, so it didn't, and it just ended up being weird. And also, this isn't really a problem with the show, it's just a personal problem I have, and it's the last episode. The last episode is bad. This is a little more Blanche decides that she wants to get pregnant with this dude. First of all, that seems out of character for Blanche. I couldn't see her wanting that at this point in life. Second, the whole thing with that and the dream sequence, and the fact that it was the last episode just made a not great episode so much worse. So that was not, in my opinion, a very good ending for the series. But, okay, now on to some stuff I really did like. So first of all, the new characters. We had Roland, who was the manager, and then we had Chewie, who was the chef, along with Sophia. And they were pretty good characters for the most part. Okay, really? What is happening? Sorry. Stuff's happening in the background. They're pretty characters for the most part. They had not great character development, but overall, it was okay. It felt like it would have gotten more if there'd been a season 2, but then there wasn't. Okay, I'm so sorry, there's stuff happening in the background. Just disregard it. Anyways. Yeah, but overall, they were pretty good. They did make a nice addition to the cast. I do feel like they were less integrated with Blanche and Rose as the stories progressed, but that was the show's whole problem, so whatever. Blanche and Rose, especially Blanche, is where the development really was good. Blanche had some great, amazing character development. And there are 2 things I want to draw attention to. Now, this first one, Well, both of them actually. I felt like they were handled pretty well overall, but like I don't know. I'm not an expert on these things. So if I'm wrong, just please take it with a grain of salt. So the first one was in I believe it was episode 11 or 12. Camptown races aren't nearly as much fun as they used to be. Sorry, I forgot that title wrong. I'm pretty sure I got it right though. Blanche was having some of her like Southern friends over, and she was hanging up the Confederate flag. And the whole thing was she wasn't realizing how that affected Roland, and that whole thing. It's a very good episode. I thought, just because Blanche, throughout the whole of Golden Girls, had some blinders, I would say, about some of the opinions her family and the sort of people she interacted with in her past held. Like, I don't think she shared those views, but she just sort of had some blinders on about it, and I think the episode drew attention to that and really let Blanche grow past that, which I think had been coming for a long time, so I'm really glad they did that. I thought she really felt like, I'm sure she still truly didn't understand, just quite how bad things still were, but I do think she took a step in the right direction, so that was good to see. The other one was in episode 21 with her older brother Tad, who he had a developmental disability and had been pretty much institutionalized for a long time. Now, I've heard people complain about this because Blanche didn't mention him in the past. Like, she never mentioned him, but it made sense to me because Blanche's family were very obsessed with appearances, and Blanche kind of was humiliated by her brother, which is awful. But that was the point of the episode, her learning that the way she viewed things was wrong, and that's what I mean about Blanche and character development. She grows a lot. And she did, the whole storyline, and her just realizing that she hadn't been very good to her brother. And the worst part is, he referred to Blanche as his favorite sister. So, like, does that mean her other siblings never, like, her sisters at least, never visited him at all? Like, because she visited him, like, every couple months, I think it said. So, I just thought it was the episode had some very moving moments, and I thought it was quite good. And again, seeing that representation in that time period, I feel like we didn't see it very much, especially in like a, trying to be delicate with it way, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that was Blanche, and Rose didn't have quite as much character development as Blanche did. She had some really, like, she definitely got stronger. I kind of wish we'd seen that more, though, instead of just being told that it happened. We did see her in that one episode with the dogs. That was a really sad episode. But, I'm glad that Rose was able to, be strong and do the right thing. And it was good for that, at least. Good ending. And yeah, their friendship also really grew a lot throughout the show. I wish that their friendship with Sophia had grown more. It didn't, but it could have. They had like one really cute scene. It was in maybe episode 5 or 6, when they were all in bed together because the other rooms were taken over by other people. And they were almost like they were just talking, and it was a cute bonding moment. And I kind of wish they'd had more of those, but they didn't really, I don't think. Either way, though, at least Rose and Blanche's relationship really got to deepen, so that was nice to see. Okay, and before I finish off, I do need to talk about one more thing, and that is Miles. Miles Weber, Rose's boyfriend. Now, I kind of understand the decision to end their relationship if they thought Golden Palace was going to continue, because either, the actor didn't want to come back, or they wanted Rose to have more different relationships. So I guess I get it, but yeah, character assassination still happened. I don't care that Miles admitted it. He was still two-timing for who knows how long, and basically saying he didn't know which woman he loved. Like, dude, you need to be honest way sooner than that. And then getting married at that hotel, and poor Rose, like, that was some serious... I didn't like the man before, but wow, they really ruined him. But it's fine. So yeah, that's Golden Palace. not great, but also not terrible. I do think, again, I'm glad. I would rather have had it be there than not have it be there. And that also concludes my, well, I guess this isn't my Golden Girls series, but it kind of is. It's like a spin-off of that. And yeah, it's been really fun, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.